Hello everyone and welcome, MovieManCHAD here with another movie review just for you. Tonight I saw Downsizing. I've been very excited to see this film, not because of the cast or the concept. It was the filmmakers themselves. Director Alexander Payne is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, with films like, all of his movies I should say, every one of his movies that I've seen that he's directed I've loved. Citizen Ruth, Election, About Schmidt, Sideways, The Descendants, and Nebraska. These are films that I love because they're real, they tell honest stories, they're funny, they're sad, they're endearing, they're timeless, and so much enjoyable. So I was very excited to see this film. Now, I did see the trailer to Downsizing a few weeks ago for the first time, and I think that trailer gave away too much of what this movie's about. And it made me a little worried about seeing the film, but I was excited still. I had a lot of expectations because Alexander Payne is a wonderful filmmaker, a wonderful storyteller, and I love when he works with Jim Taylor. They run a screenplay. I mean, they won an Oscar for writing the best adapted screenplay for Sideways. So he's just one of my favorites, and I really was excited to see this film. Now, Matt Damon is the star. The film also stars Kristen Wiig and Christoph Waltz and Jason Sudeikis and some unknowns that I don't know if I've ever seen before. And we've seen this concept before about a world within a world. And we've seen movies about people shrinking, like The Incredible Shrinking Man and The Incredible Shrinking Woman and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Shrunk this and Shrunk that and Shrunk Ourselves. So this is not something that we haven't seen before on screen. But it looked original. And of course, it was an original screenplay. And I was excited. I remember sitting down here and watching the movie. Of course, I just saw it a few hours ago, but I was just sitting down and really enjoying, especially the first half an hour. It was really interesting. It kind of took its time. We get to know what the story's about and what happened. There's some Norwegian scientists who for some reason, they have finally invented the opportunity for us to shrink down. So I guess we won't consume as much. And we live in these little societies. So I enjoyed the setting that this film had. And as we get to know Matt Damon's character and what he's all about, he's married to Kristen Wiig. And they decide, because of their situation that's going on in their lives, they decide that they're going to embark on this adventure together. And then the rest of the movie happens. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you do see the trailer, it does spoil some things in the film as well. There are some other characters in the film as they go to this special little world, this leisure world or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was called, leisure something. I just really liked the movie's sensibility for the most part, especially in the beginning. And it's something that you can rely on when it comes to Alexander Payne. He does give a good balance for most of the time, the drama and the comedy, and you feel at home, especially when watching these movies. But I will say with Downsizing, I didn't laugh as much as I wanted to. Not because the comedy didn't work, I just felt like I felt like this movie was taking more of a realistic approach of like, really, what if this could happen? And how would these actors actually deal with it? Or, I mean, sorry, how these characters actually deal with it? And how it would actually work in the real world. So I enjoyed the concept and some of the characters for a very long time. There are some other characters that come in. There's this Vietnamese woman, and how she gets to the world is really interesting. And she kind of grew on me. It was kind of hard to understand her at first. Her accent was pretty thick. Her name is Hong Chow. But as the movie went along, I actually really liked her much more as the movie continued on. I actually sympathized with her, and I thought it was a really good, solid performance. And I found out afterwards that she's actually nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress. So cool. That was very nice. I like the way the movie looks. For the most part, I do like I like this movie overall. I don't really love this film. It's kind of disappointing because my expectations were so high that this movie doesn't live up to the rest of Alexander Payne and Jim Taylor's work. Sadly, it does not. I felt like the first hour was pretty solid. The movie is over 2 hours, I believe, and I felt like the second hour kind of just fell off and kind of plateaued. I don't think it fell off the map, but it was messy, and it kind of, for me, honestly, went really nowhere. It never really became interesting like the first half. And it was kind of a shame, because the characters are still very interesting even up to the end, but then even how the movie ends, which I'm not going to say in this review because I don't want to spoil anything, just felt like, okay, I get the movie's over now. Okay, all right, whatever. I wish it had a better balance of the comedy and the drama, and of course using the concept to tell an interesting story. And there are interesting ideas in here, and I never felt really preached to, though maybe some viewers might feel that way, especially when they're talking about certain things like the environment or the end of the world and stuff like that, and or maybe the intentions of what these scientists were doing, why they decided they wanted to downsize people. But I would tell you, like, the first half, I was really involved in what was happening. I just felt like when they kind of got to the world, the movie hit the brakes and never really went anywhere from there. It just felt like it never really went anywhere. It was like the movie was very interesting in the first half, and in the second half it was just okay. I do like the film. I will give it a good rating because I do like some of the interesting concepts. I like some of the interesting ideas, like some of the special effects. I just felt I wish it had me more emotionally as the film went along, and I feel like it kind of left me to the side as it went along, and that makes me kind of sad. Can I do my review? Close the door, buddy. Please close the door. Thank you. I'm almost done. Family's in town. It's the holidays, everyone. So, I love you, though. I love you. Okay, so, anyway, where was I at? Yeah, this was a disappointment. This definitely was a disappointment. There are some technical aspects that I do like, and the music that I like, and stuff like that, but I feel like the filmmakers had an interesting idea, taking ideas that have been done to death before, but putting their own spin on it and putting their own personality. And it does feel like an Alexander Payne movie, even though it's not as funny as his previous films in the past. Some of the characters, like even Christoph Waltz, has some nice moments in the film, but if he wasn't in the movie, I would have been fine with it. He didn't really serve a purpose. Jason Sudeikis has a small part. Again, it would have been fine if he wasn't in the movie. He didn't really serve a purpose. It could have been played by any actor. But Matt Damon's interesting in the film. I like the process of how these people get downsized. I thought that was really interesting. I'm glad a movie this long could take its time. But I felt when the filmmakers were getting to the meat of this movie, they had no idea what was next. They had a concept. They had an idea. But they didn't know how to finish it out. That's how I felt. Can I just finish the room, please? What?
Michael wants his controller.
Okay, grab his controller's gone. I don't know where his controller is at. Family, people, I love family. I love you, buddy. You gonna come in my review right now? You gonna come in? Oh, you gonna shake the camera? Oh, there's the camera. There goes the camera. I don't know where it's at. It's gone. It's not in here. Maybe they took it. Okay. I can't finish this review. My nephew has. What's the word I'm looking? What's the word I'm looking for? What have you done to my review? Overall, I liked the film for the most part, but it kind of betrayed my trust, and it's okay. I love Alexander Payne. He's still a great director, and I know he'll do better work in the future. This is a film that I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. I may give another chance. Can I? Oh, yeah, move the camera. There you go. There you go. Thank you. No, can you close the door at least? Can you close the door at least? I love my nephew, Bryce. He is the best, and I think he added a lot to this review. I don't know what else to say about this movie. I liked it. I wanted to love it. I wanted to enjoy it. I'm trying to fix my camera. But in the end, it kind of... it should have been so much better. A movie like this was good. It was fine, but it should have been so much better because of the incredible filmmakers that are so talented are attached to this movie. I would recommend seeing it. Just don't lower your expectations and don't pay full price, matinee, or even wait until it's on Redbox and rent it. So for that, I am going to give... Is there anything else I wanted to say? I don't remember, but man, yeah, there's nothing else I think I need to say about Downsizing. Okay, everyone, that's the end of my review. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it entertained you, especially when it got taken over by my lovely little nephew. I'm going to give Downsizing, I will give it just 3 stars out of 4. Bye! Happy holidays! Happy New Year! MovieManCHAD loves you all. Goodbye! Peace out!